Parents' rights at a Christian school. Have you heard of your parental rights? If not, we will discuss a few important rights to be aware of in this presentation. Kansas defines parent as a natural biological parent, an adoptive parent, a person acting as a parent, a legal guardian, an officially appointed education advocate, or a foster parent. Parent participation. To address the requirement to strengthen the role of parents in special education process, Congress mandated that schools afford parents the opportunity to be members of any decision-making team for their child, including eligibility, initial evaluation, reevaluation, development of individual education program for the provision of a free, appropriate public education. Parent rights to special education notice. To ensure that parents have knowledge about their rights under the special education law, schools are required to provide a copy of the parent rights and special education notice to the parents. Prior written notice. One of the procedure safeguards afforded to parents is the required prior written notice of a certain proposed special education action. This notice must be provided to parents within a reasonable amount of time before the date the school proposes initial change to identification, evaluation, educational placement to their child, or provision of special education and related services to their child. Parent consent. Federal and state statutes and regulations have specific requirements for requesting parent consent. Consent is always to be informed consent. The prior written notice must accompany the request for consent for each proposed special education action. The parent must agree in writing to the action for which his or her consent is sought. Parental consent requested but not provided. Parents that do not respond, the school must make reasonable attempts to obtain consent from the parents for each special education action as required. Notice of IEP team meeting. The school must take steps to ensure that one or both parents are present at each IEP meeting or otherwise afforded the opportunity to participate in the IEP meeting. The notice must be provided in writing at least 10 days prior to the meeting. Education advocates. An education advocate, referred to as a surrogate parents in federal law, is appointed to act on behalf of the child when parents are unknown, unavailable, and parental rights have been severed. The state special education statutes and regulations give the Kansas State Board of Education the authority to appoint education advocates to act on the behalf of the child if parents are unknown, unavailable, and parent rights have been severed or relinquished. On the behalf of student's 17th birthday, the IEP of the student must contain a statement that the student has been informed that at age 18, students have attained the age of majority in Kansas and all parent rights transfer to the student. Thank you for listening. For more information, contact our office and ask for our Learning Center coordinator if you have more questions.